felt a
Tap.
in the back of my head. And they were like looking at me like this. I felt a tap. And tinignan ko, wala naman tao. And then I was just like, what could this mean? Why was this that? And I was like, Madam, what do you do for a living? I'm like, we are in the gun industry.
Okay.
At narinig ko, can industry.
Can. Oo,
I was
lata.
like, can industry. Like, can. How does it feel that if you win this, pag nanalo sa Bato-Bato, you can make so many more cans. Double what you're already making.
Tawa na ng mga
Tawa sila. And then now, you're like, gun. Yung mga, yung bride and groom, and like, gun. Grand final to. And then the guy's like, Eri. Sabi niya, gun. I'm like, gun. If you see it in the video.
Usapang pera at kwento ng buhay. Pera at buhay. With Chinkee Tan. Real stories. Real life.
The views and opinions expressed by guests on Chink Positive are their own and do not necessarily represent those of the producers, hosts, or network. Chink Positive is for entertainment and informational purposes only, while guests may share insights on financial and business topics. This does not imply endorsement of any products or services. Viewers should perform with their own research.
Paano ka lalaban sa buhay kung parati ka na lang inaapi at binubuli? Today, I'm super excited to welcome one of the, I would say, number one wedding MC in the Philippines, and then listed among the industry top achievers under the age of 30 by Wedding Essentials. With over a decade of hosting wedding corporate events, high-profile ceremonies, let us bring balance of class and humor and heart to every stage. Let's welcome a loving husband, father, and inspiration to many couples. Let's welcome Eri Neeman. Come on, Eri. Yes, thank you very much, Eri.
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate this, Thank you for inviting me here. It's a pleasure to talk with you.
You know, I've been silently following you and watching you over at YouTube. Yeah, sabi ko, it's so funny. And then not only funny, pero talagang nakaka-relate when you speak. You can connect with people.
Yes, you know what? It's been funny for a long time, pero minsan gusto ko rin magseryoso. So, there are times where I really just want to seriously speak to people in terms of, let's say, struggles, sometimes mental health, sometimes everyday things. Pero, kala mo kasi dati you need to just stay in one lane. Piling nakakatawa lang ako. And that's been a struggle for me kasi that's what I've known for through Bubble Gang, through all of these things through the years.
Anong bubble gang ka pala?
Oh, yes. So,
How long?
For like 3 years.
Wow.
You know Boy Pickup?
Oh, sige. Okay.
Yeah, I was the writer for that. I came in as a writer first.
Oh.
And then, eventually, they made me cast. And I accidentally became Boy Backup during rehearsals. Accidentally lang yun. It wasn't planned. Kasi I was telling them, as a writer kasi, pag rehearsals, you mentioned about the scene for the cast. Tapos itong gagawin, tapos sigaw ka, ang lupit mo, pick up. And then they all laughed. And then the assistant director at the time told me, okay, sige, gawin mo yan. Meaning, ikaw na gagawa niyan.
Wow.
And that's how it happened. And then, it was, but what I was saying is, I'm so known for being funny.
Yeah.
That to be serious, medyo parang hindi like Bitoy.
Yeah.
Bitoy is a funny guy. But I think if you talk to Bitoy and you sit down with him, I'm sure he can.
Yeah, malalim yun, malalim.
Malalim din yun, oh.
Pero, again, siguro before, most people who don't know you, probably, when they speak to you right now, how do you introduce yourself? Paano mo pinapakilala sarili?
Me, Eri. Hi, I'm Eri. Pero, when I meet them, like when I meet people...
Yeah, like for example, they ask you, what do you do? Di ba?
Oh, I'm a host.
Yan ang unang
That's the first thing I say. I'm a host. Yes.
Okay.
Kasi yun talaga ako eh. Like, ever since, yun talaga ako. Everything I've done, like stand-up comedy, improv, content creation, I think hosting is my main thing.
Okay, so if you can remember the first time you've ever, hosted something, what's the first time?
Well, the first time I've ever hosted versus the first time I was ever on stage. The first time I was ever on stage was high school. Na I think I was doing a presentation na, alam mo yung parang, I'm the type kasi medyo, alam mo hindi ka nag-aral. Tapos pinasalita ka sa harap pag may presentation. Ay, inano ko lang.
So you were winging it?
I was winging it and then it ended with a standing ovation.
Oh!
So I was just like, oh, this is interesting. I think kasi nag-English ako. I think yun lang. Ang ganda ng pagkasabi pero wala sigurong laman.
Saan ka nag-aaral nun during
Holy Angel University.
Sa may Quezon City ba yun?
Pampanga.
Pampanga.
Pampanga. So doon, nag-ano ako siguro, English siguro kasi I think that's the reason. And the first one was, I think when I was 15, when I was working for GVFM 99.1 as a DJ.
Oh, nag-DJ ka rin?
Yeah, for a long
Grabe.
time. Marami. Oh, DJ ako for 3 stations through the years. So it was GVFM, Wave 89.1, and then U92. And all of that was to sharpen the skill of hosting. I didn't do it because I liked radio. I did it because, okay, if I speak better, I'll be a better host.
Yeah, so before we do that, yung anong course mo?
I took up engineering, and then I did, hindi ko na trip. It was like, then I went, I think, parang what did I do? Parang,
Mascom?
Parang after engineering, parang nag-mascom ako or something. And then, I dropped out of college because I told my mama, I think I'm wasting your money. I was 15 years old.
Oh.
Yeah, 15 ako nag-college kasi I studied early. So, maaga akong pinaaral, 2.5 ako pinaaral.
So, to cut long story short, you didn't finish schooling. Ano yung naging reaction ng parents mo?
Wala, my mom was a bit nonchalant about it. Na parang, okay. Knowing my mom ganun, nonchalant. Pero sabi ko, I don't wanna waste your money.
Okay.
And what happened is I started teaching Koreans. I started hustling.
At 15?
14.
14?
Yeah. And
So,
then,
face-to-face or online?
face-to-face.
Wow.
Yun talaga yung ano dati. Like, people would know, like, you teach Koreans. It was good. I think I was getting paid 80 pesos an hour. Back then, pwede na. And then what happened was, I started doing VTRs. Kasi naglalakad ako sa Greenbelt, and then si Jonas Gafud, who's now like, diba, for Miss Universe, for Acquire, Jonas, if you're watching, shout out to you. Under Chinkee Illusorio, a makeup artist. VTRs, and then VTRs turned into
For commercials.
Yes, that's what I did. Modeling gigs.
Ah, okay. Before, yung first commercial mo?
My first commercial was Talk and Text with Jimmy Alapag. He
Oh.
was there. Oo. Talk and Text, and then eventually my biggest one was Nescafe, which I had so much. They paid me a lot for what I was at the time. I was just like, oh my god, what I do with all of this money? Doon ako walang financial education. Kasi I wasn't really taught financial education. I didn't know what to do with it.
So, anong
you know
ginawa
what
mo
I
sa
did?
pera? Anong
I spent it all.
Grabe.
I spent it all, like,
Was
slowly.
it 6 digits?
It was 6 digits. I think mga 350,000.
When? 2000 what?
I'm 38 now, so I think I was like 21, so mga 18 years ago.
Wow. That was a lot of money.
That was a lot of money. But the thing is, and that's why I love what you do, because if I had financial education and I invested that in, let's say, any fund,
Yeah.
100,000 18 years ago, or 300, even just 100,000, how much would that be compounded for 18 years? Like, imagine if I just did something, like, like that. If I was taught, like what you're trying to teach people, I would be in a different place. Pero hindi ko tinuruan. That's why I love what you're doing for people.
Alam mo guys, kung na-invest niya yung pera niya na almost 400,000, it's around 18 years. Guess how much will your money be?
Tell me.
1.6 million.
1.6 million. Like, wala lang, tinabi ko lang.
Oo.
Just by, like, let's say, if I did that in MP2 or
Yes,
in,
that's exactly.
pag
That's
in
MP2.
MP2 yon.
MP2 at 7%.
At 7%, 7% yung MP2?
5 to 7%.
5 to 7?
Ah, yeah.
Or if I did, let's say, maybe
UITF is not, it goes
not-
up and down, but MP2
pera,
is really...
pag pera,
Pera, it's also okay, or WISP.
pwede yon.
Yung, pero MP2, yun, it will be around 1.6 million already.
Just by putting it there, no?
Yeah.
It made me that much in 18 years, no?
Exactly.
And then what more if another 18 years, mga iba na yon in terms
Well, kasi it
It will
doubles.
compound it.
No, it will double every 10 years. More or less, at 7%. So, guys, ito lang education. Kunyari may 400,000 ka in 40 years. Let's say, yung 400,000 mo magiging 8, 1.6, 1.6, 3.2, 3.2, 6.4.
Wow, in 40 years.
Yeah.
Just by putting it
But
there.
sa 300,000 na iniwan
And
mo.
you have 6.4 million.
Yeah.
Even now, if I put it at MP2 now in 40 years, it will be around that.
Yeah, but yun nga, sinasabi ng tao, what's the value of 6.4 million after
40 years from now.
But the point is, I would rather have something rather than nothing.
Yeah, rather than putting 300,000 in the bank doing nothing,
Yeah.
you just put it there. Kung di mo rin gagalawin, it's 6.4 million.
Yeah.
Tama. And you didn't work for it.
Yeah.
You literally just put it there and it worked for you.
Yeah. What's the next you got into?
So from Sapang Boto, I would teach Koreans. And then after I taught Koreans, that was it. Then I eventually auditioned for What's Up, What's Up.
Ah, yeah. That's with Tony.
With Tony, yes. I remember the jokes I did. You made jokes with politicians. It was really, really
Galing
fun.
nga eh, galing yun.
Masaya yun. And then eventually Cinema News, and then ABS-CBN, I did that for a while, and then nag-audition ako for MTV. I failed. I wanted to get better, and I really worked on it. I really wanted to be an MTV VJ. So during What's Up, there was an MTV VJ. Yan ang parang checklist ko sa buhay na I wanna get this. And then nangyari is I auditioned, I failed miserably.
So, how did it make you feel?
Bad, syempre.
Na-depress ka ba nun?
Hindi naman na-depress. I was just like, I didn't make it. And the point where I was, when I finally made it to the VJ hunt, made it to the finals with everyone, I wasn't good enough. And I remember telling myself, I told Francis Lumen, I'll be back. Sabi ko sa kanya yun, after like not making it. And other VJs were named. And I remember telling myself, and that was a defining point in my life, because rather than feel bad of myself and like medyo parang, I'm bad, I said, I'm not good enough. So I need to be good enough.
Okay.
That's when I took up radio, I took up improv, I took up stand-up to be a better host. That was it. It was in Mall of Asia Arena. I remember I didn't make it. That was my dream, to be a VJ. So I did stand-up for a few years. I did improv for a few years. I did radio for a few years to get better. And what happened was, there was an audition for MTV. And what happened there was, I auditioned again. I was good enough. And I was the last VJ for MTV.
So, gaano katagal yung gap?
I would say 2 to 3 years or 4 years from that point.
Guys, listen, if you're out there right now and listening to this podcast, hindi to aksidente. All of us, we fail in life. Pero I hope na you will not allow failure to define you. Failure is not a person, but failure is just an event. Diba, may mga iba na sinasabi kasi Eri na, mahirap kami, mahirap lang ako.
Yeah.
No, alam mo, mahirap lang ang sitwasyon mo. Pero ang pagkatao mo, hindi.
Tama.
Nag-fail ka lang, nabigo ka lang ngayon. Pero yung pagkatao mo, hindi ka failure.
Yes.
Kasi, kunyari, naging successful ka na, failure ka pa ba?
No.
O pag yumaman ka, mahirap ka pa ba?
No, pero I will still fail now. I failed consistently. I
Yeah.
still fail. I just failed a few days ago.
Yeah, but the point is, you have to detach kasi yun nga minsan pag nag-fail, nagkakaroon tayo ng trauma and stigma.
Tama.
Na, no, failure ako. No, hindi. Failure ka for that instant, for that event and moment. It's
Yes.
okay for you to be sad.
Yes.
It's okay for you to be disappointed. Pero do not label yourself as a failure.
Yes.
Di ba? Kasi yun yung merong stigma Alam mo, that's the reason why, well, sa schooling talaga we tend to avoid failures
Because of the system itself.
Yeah, the stigma, the trauma, di ba? The labeling.
Yes, they pin people against each other. Like, matalino ka, ang galing mo sa math. Ikaw, hindi ka masyado magaling. Yeah.
Pero yun nga, praise be to God, itong dalawang undergraduate na nag-uusap.
You didn't finish? Really?
Ito pa, ito matindi. Nag-summa cum laude ako when I was grade 6.
Okay. So and then?
I failed grade 6 4 times.
What?
Yeah, I mastered it.
Oh, that's why you're summa.
10 taon sa elementarya. Man, ano talaga na, I really think...
But did you finish college?
No.
Really?
Hanggang first year lang.
I'm not saying don't finish college.
No, we don't celebrate it.
But you know, you
Yeah.
found your way.
Yeah, parang na-realize ko talaga in life, no? I'm really so thankful na yung failures are lessons in life for us to get stronger and be better. Kaya nowadays kasi I see a lot of young people, they avoid failure.
Yes.
As much as possible, ayaw nila talaga mag-fail. Ayaw nila, well, let me tell you this. The earth, you fail fast. You fail fast and learn from it.
Yes.
And recover, right?
Failure is lessons.
Yeah. Let's go back right now sa di ba? What was the feeling of, yun nga, that you are chosen to be the last VJ?
For me, it wasn't even about becoming a VJ. It was about working so hard towards something I really wanted and getting it.
Yeah.
Kasi I wasn't good enough. I really wasn't. So I had to get good enough. So it wasn't even about the title of VJ anymore.
Yeah.
It was great. I was an MTV VJ, but it was about the person I became to be a VJ. Meaning, the person you had to become to be the VJ, meaning you failed, you worked hard. That's it. Yung sinasabi nilang word, 'di ba? Like for now, ikaw, Chinkee, if you were broke and bankrupt today, you would know how to get it back.
Of course.
Because you're that person.
Yeah.
Like, you're not the person you were 10 years ago na wala kang natutunan.
Yeah.
But if you were broke tomorrow,
Yeah.
you would know what you needed to do to make it. So you didn't really, the person you became
Yeah.
is where you are now. not your achievements.
Yeah.
It's the person you had to become.
Yeah.
So, dun ako na thankful na parang when I got it, I was like, I got it. Meaning, what it meant to me was, if I don't give up, if I keep going, I learned and I failed so many times. Pero nakuha ko. So,
Yeah.
it meant something to get it.
Uy guys, ito lang I want to encourage you, using the story of Eri right now, never allow people to tell you what you can't do and what you can do. Di ba, marami kasing mga
Marami.
Di ba, I'm sure people will say, I know, you're not good enough. Yeah, VJ ka, tingnan mo yung itsura mo. Di ba? Paano ka mapipili? Di ba? So, yun that's one thing that I discovered, no? Yung mga naysayers, yung mga mema, alam mo yung mema? May masabi lang.
Yeah, may masabi lang,
Oo, kaya huwag tayong magpapa-apekto. So before we go to your, syempre, destination as becoming a successful wedding host na talagang sobrang in-demand tong guy na ito. But let me take a peek. What was life growing up when you were young?
Life growing up when I was young was... I was actually a very quiet kid. Very quiet. I think I'm diagnosed ADHD.
Pareho tayo.
Hey, that's why we couldn't finish college. Like,
Hindi kasi siyempre iba yung age gap namin.
yeah.
Hindi mo mapapaupo.
Ako yung parating pumunta sa banyo.
Pareho tayo!
Diba?
May I go out?
May I go out? Because I can't sit still. Like, the current educational system for what it was then didn't really fit. And this is not to say for those with ADHD, you're not less. It's just that you're not in an environment where how you're built thrives.
Yes.
We needed to move. We're moving. We learned as we do. Yan ang ADHD. I can't sit down. Alam mo yung lecture?
Oo.
I hated lectures. Alam mo yung kailangan mong sulat?
Oo,
Yung
wala.
copy mo yung nasa blackboard?
Wala.
Like, buong pagkatao ko was like so against, like, hindi ko talaga, but it's how I'm built. And that, that's why we put our son in Montessori. Because I think our son is slightly ADHD as well. We put him in maybe not, actually, I'm not sure. But we can see him, he's like energy. He likes moving around. So, we want to put our child, you can't fit someone who is a dancer into an accountant.
Yeah, or if not, parang he cannot put a triangle on a square.
Yes, exactly. That's it. And if you kung pinipilit mo, you're forcing your child to be someone they are not.
Yeah.
And thankfully, we have education now. Like now, if you're a child, diba, your child, you're like, I'll put you here. Kasi alam kong dito ka, you'll thrive here.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do it. I was just like, it's a waste of time. Thankfully, matigas yung ulo natin.
Yeah.
We found our way. But not everyone goes through this, They think that they're failures, they think they're less.
Totoo.
Kasi,
pero yun nga, ito yung pero syempre, growing up that way, was there any moment na talagang naging traumatic for you?
Yeah, I had a principal have me stand up and ask students to say what was wrong with me, what I needed to improve.
Wow.
Stand up. And then say, kasi she didn't like that my parents were thinking of transferring me to a different school. And you can tell that, alam mo yung dati yung mga teacher na parang would like to embarrass you.
Yeah.
Like, teacher So had me stand up and ask the students to tell me what I need to improve, what's wrong to be able to do well in this other school. But I can tell that she was really just angry that we were transferring schools because she prides herself as the principal of the school. And that's what she did. She had me stand up and everyone saw it. And I was like, hearing it.
Ano nag-impact sa'yo?
I think I numbed myself from it, honestly. And that's when it started my defense mechanism towards pain.
Wow.
Kasi I think through the years, you either feel pain or you numb it.
Yeah.
Those two things. If you numb pain kasi you push it down, and then you start to develop these coping mechanisms.
And then you make fun of probably yourself.
Or you you distract yourself, you find a habit that masks the pain because you're not dealing with it. Because we're human, emotions need to be felt. They're not meant to be pushed down. So, that, being bullied, syempre, those are the traumatic ones.
You were bullied when you were young?
Yeah.
Ano sinasabi sa'yo?
Well, they made fun of my appearance. At a certain time in high school, it got physical and violent.
Wow.
Snap, snap. They would hit me in front of the class. I was hit by a big piece of wood. I remember being slashed here by...
Wow.
The worst was I was spit on my face while I was, sleeping. Like, gumanon lang ako, and then I felt like this, something.
Yeah.
Then, spit.
And then they were laughing.
Yeah, then that's what got me to snap. Then I kind of fought all of them. Naturally, I was smaller then. So, they kind of just, I fought. I looked at the first, I threw a punch and then got me, and then that's it. Then I was like, kind of pushed against the wall, and then we stopped from there. Pero it was many bullying situations through the years. Actually, ever since I was younger. And that carried over even in my work environment. I remember also being bullied in my work environment.
Saan yun?
Certain shows that I've done, certain radio things that I've done. Parang, alam mo pag niloloko ka, like verbally, tapos hindi mo pinapatulan. Hindi ko, kasi ugali yun eh. I don't, like my wife calls me, you're a bait boy. Like, you're really, it's not my ugali. I don't want to hurt you with words.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of like taking all of that, like, because you took it. Parang naging magnet ka for that sort of behavior kasi tinatanggap mo.
So, ano naging coping mechanism mo when you were feeling? I'm sure during that time, it carried on from school to your profession.
To succeed.
Oo, di ba? Ano yung coping mechanism?
To succeed.
So yung I want to prove to you guys
that I'm not this. I will not be how you've made me feel. Meaning, you made me feel so small, I will not be that. You'll see. I will succeed.
Wow.
I used it.
Alam mo kasi, minsan kasi, it can go both ways also eh.
Yeah, you can be pummeled down to the ground and just...
Yeah, number one, or if not naman, you can also bully others.
Yeah.
Yung parang gantihan lang yan eh.
Yeah.
You find a weaker, buti hindi yan ang ginawa mo, no?
Yeah, I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, God is good. Honestly, ako, guys, kung kayo nakaka-relate kayo sa story ni Eri, I have my own share of
You were bullied too?
Oh.
What was done?
Wala, they always call me pandak pirate because I was small.
Did they get physical?
Not really.
Good.
Pero sometimes yung verbal eh.
Yeah.
It's more traumatic kasi you get to replay it in your mind from time to time.
And they always did that? Was it a particular year or was it like a few years of that?
No, it was it from elementary to up to high school.
Really?
Especially nung high school, naging varsity player ako eh. Imagine mo. At my height na
yes. Good job.
So, parang they felt that I don't deserve to be a varsity player.
Niloloko ka?
Yeah, parang ako yung taga-bit-bit ng mga bags nila.
What sport, if I may ask?
Basketball.
Oh, nice. So you're the point guard?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So they would do that even if you made varsity?
Yeah, and then yun nga, they will kick my bag.
For years?
Yeah, and during the time when they were still there.
So how did you take it?
Well, sabi ko, wala. I said, I'm not here to please anyone. I'm here to play this sport. And I want to prove myself that I deserve this. Kaya nga, looking back, probably aside from that, kaya naging driven din ako eh. Driven to success. Yun din, pareho tayo.
Same tayo. You took it that way.
I'm sensitive not to hurt other people because I know the
how
pain
it feels
of being hurt.
Yes.
So, hindi ako galit sa mundo. Pero, galit ako sa kahirapan. I hate being poor. So, I took it out there.
You hate being poor. Go on.
And I told myself, I was 12 years old. Sinabi ko, I want to become a millionaire when I was 12.
What motivated you to say it?
And my father lost his business. 3 years. Sobrang depression yun.
For your dad?
Not only him, but for us, we are all affected. So I went into sales. Baliktad na. Siya nag-i-interview na sa akin dito.
Sorry, host to host. No, it's an interesting story kasi.
Yeah. There was one person who shared to me. Yun nga. I was full of hate eh. Kasi yun nga sinasabi ko, nagmumura ako.
Yeah.
Pero yung mura ko, expression yun. And that person pointed it out. Yun nga, out of the abundance of your heart, your mouth speaks. You feel a lot of pain that's not yet healed. It's not yet settled when you were young. That's the reason why it's coming out right now as a form of your expression. So when I look back, yun nga, yung mga bullying, yung mga ano,
All those things that
yun,
yes, yung
yun
injustices.
Yes, na-bottled up yun. So because of that, ang nangyari nga, Tony Rose Gaida, na ano tayo, open book naman, di naman to chismis. Dating, ano yan, drug dependent, na basement niya sa Makati Med, and then all of a sudden, nung na-rehab siya, nung lumabas siya, she completely turned to a better person. And nung tinanong nga namin, sabi ko, sino doktor mo? Sagot, si Jesus. Sabi ko, malalim na tama nito. Pero one thing we cannot deny was her changed life.
Really?
Karoon siya ng peace eh. And then I approached her, sabi ko, alam mo, Bible ka ng Bible, pero we want to know, ano ba talaga sikreto mo? Why do you have so much peace?
Yes.
And then sinabi niya sa akin,
Ano sabi niya?
ganun din siya, abuse din siya, di ba?
Been through
Yeah.
rough upbringing.
Relationships and separated siya. Sabi niya, the reason why I cannot learn how to love because I never received love. I always, yun nga, have to prove
How many years
myself.
ago was this?
That was 1992,
That was almost
30 plus years.
30 plus years ago.
So to cut the long story short, sinabi niya sa akin
I
na,
never received love.
yeah, and when she received the love of God in her life,
That was her.
that was the turnaround. And then I asked her, tinanong ko, guys, ito yung tanong ko, ano ba yan? Sabi ko, so she basically shared to me a simple Bible verse called John 3:16. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. Whoever believes in Him will never perish, but have everlasting life. So, and then she told me a story that got me. There was a train engineer by the name of John Griffith, and his job is to pull down a switch. Whenever he pulls down the switch, the drawbridge comes down, and then pulls up, it goes up. Meron siyang one and only son, 5 years old. Unfortunately, his wife passed away when giving birth. So every year, she sees to it that he celebrates the son's birthday out of work. But when he was 5, he was forced to bring his son to work because there was an emergency train passing by at 12 noon. So they were at the canteen, they were about to blow the birthday cake, and all of a sudden, he forgot all about it, and he heard a very familiar sound, toot! And then when he heard the train, he was reminded, son, I have to go back to the office. It's 100 meters away from the canteen. Pull down the switch or else an accident might happen. So when he ran, just when he was about to pull down the switch, he checked if there's ship or boats underneath. When it was clear, when he was about to pull down the switch, he heard another familiar sound. His son was shouting at him, Papa, Papa, please help me. He didn't realize when he ran, his son ran after him, fell down the cliff. And down the cliff, there are the two gigantic wheels that runs the motor that brings the drawbridge down. His son's foot was stuck in the middle. And he was shouting, help me, help me. So right now, he has a dilemma.
That's a choose.
Yeah. If he goes down to save his son, the train with 200 people will perish and die. But if he pulls down the switch, his son will be eaten alive. So he needs to make a choice. He closed his eye, prayed a short prayer. He slowly pulled down the switch. When he was pulling down the switch, he heard his son shouting, Papa, Papa, until such time there was total silence. So when the drawbridge went down, the train passed. He was looking at the people through the glass window of the train, people drinking coffee, reading newspaper as if nothing happens. John said, did you know today I've sacrificed my one and only son just for you 200 people inside the train to be alive. And then Tony Rose told me during that time, we are the 200 people inside the train. We don't know where we're going. We're hellbound probably. But God so loved the world that He gave His only Son. Whoever believes in Him will never perish but have eternal life. So that verse, John 3:16 in my mind fell into my heart. So I can still remember at lunch day, Broadway Centrum, that's our studio,
Tanuan.
1992. I prayed to accept Christ inside Broadway Centrum.
Was this after Tony told
Yes,
you this story?
yeah.
At that particular moment?
Yeah, she shared.
Because when you heard the story of We Are the 200 People,
Yeah.
that's what shifted you.
Yeah. So I prayed to accept Christ during that time, at that moment. Never went to church or anything, nothing fancy. But ever since that time, I felt really, when I accepted the Lord, He loved me so much. I felt loved, accepted, and not rejected. And from that time on, my relationship with my parents improved. Yeah. I was really disrespectful. I was cursing them. Pero yun, nawala yun. Again, hindi naman overnight. Pero
True.
yeah.
Yeah, it improved.
And my relationship with my brother, which I never spoke for 3 years because of one shirt.
One shirt,
Alam mo naman yun, di ba? You have a
yeah.
favorite shirt and bigla nawala, he was wearing it.
and then di na kayo nag-usap for?
3 years.
Wow.
Because of that, our relationship was, So, yun nga, I realized na the reason why I was full of hate because I never received love.
So you also kind of grew up in an environment.
Oo naman.
Because I mean, two siblings don't fight because of one shirt. It's because there's an environment
Oo.
that you were in that caused you to respond to these things so emotionally.
Right now, let's go to your career. Na talagang, what is the most unforgettable wedding na hinost mo talaga? Na parang, wow, probably it's just too much, opulent, or probably it's funny. Ano yung hindi mo makalimutan?
There are a few. There are many. Kasi milestone eh. I think the ones I never forget are the ones that gave me the biggest lessons.
Like?
There was a bride who lost 3 lessons. I'll give you 3. 3 weddings, 3 lessons. The first one was there was a bride who lost her father a few days back.
Before the wedding.
Before the wedding. So, ako naman, with that, what do you do with that? There's this really heavy energy around, but my job is to carry and obviously take care of the energy of the program. So I came from a place where I acknowledged the death, but I also acknowledged the celebration, and I was able to maneuver, and that for me was like my first lesson there was there's no excuse not to deliver.
Yeah.
Because I could have used that. Some hosts can use that as an excuse. Parang,
It's okay.
it's okay, namatay yung tatay, so ganito na lang
Yeah.
to. But I'm like, I didn't want to use that as a reason for me not to deliver. Or basically, you have a crowd na parang, tahimik yung crowd na to, nonchalant crowd na to. No, I just haven't, it's not like I can't handle a nonchalant crowd. I just haven't become the type of host yet that can handle a nonchalant crowd.
Exactly.
And that goes for any situation that I am not familiar with. I applied that mindset. If the father dies a few days ago, I will become the type of host that can handle that. If it's a nonchalant crowd, I can handle. If it's a crowd that doesn't really value love and are just there for show, I can handle a crowd like that. All types, I always apply it with that. So there's no excuse not to deliver. That was the one.
The second lesson.
The second lesson was the higher version of that. Parang next level of no excuse. Pampanga wedding got hit with a bagyo. Outside wedding. Bagyo. Everything was like walang ilaw, walang natamaan yung LED, wala. But we all worked together to turn it around. And what I've learned is...
Walang mic din?
Walang mic, wala. Nothing. The thing was a megaphone.
Wow.
So we tried to turn it around. What I've learned there is, one, people bond together in crisis at weddings. Meaning, if you are going through a disaster, the people who love you will not abandon you. They will actually bond more. So crisis is an opportunity to highlight the people who actually really care about you. To highlight how much people care about you. Crisis will not be the end of your wedding or your celebration. If crisis happens, actually you don't want that to happen. But if it happens, crisis is an opportunity to show the couple how much everyone actually loves you.
Okay.
And it's also an opportunity for suppliers to work together who really care to deliver and take care of people.
Yeah.
And what I've learned there is crisis really brings people together. It doesn't tear them apart, it brings them together. And this is proven time and time again in typhoons, all of those things. So that was that. Third was you can have happy and sad at a wedding. You can have happy, heartbreak, pain, all the emotions at the wedding.
What do you mean?
Some weddings kasi, di ba, ayaw umiyak. There's this mentality na parang, wag tayo umiyak, don't do these things. It was a story about a groom who lost his brother not too long ago, and he was grieving. And he was saying, should I talk about it? Should I not? I was the type kasi dati na, mahirap tumawa pagkatapos umiyak. I was the type who said that. Wag natin ilagay dyan, lagay natin dito kasi mahirap tumawa pagkatapos umiyak. Lagay muna natin yung tawa bago, tapos yung iyak lagay natin sa huli. In terms of sequencing moments, it's not true. You cry more and you will laugh more if you feel your emotions through and through. He didn't want to talk about his brother because he felt that he wasn't ready and he didn't feel comfortable talking about it at his wedding.
Yeah, baka yung yung
kasi
highlight.
Happy lang tayo, dapat ganun. But that's not it. Life is not happy. Life is all these emotions.
Yeah.
And that deserves to also be highlighted and celebrated in weddings because it's all coming from love din naman. So I encouraged him to talk about his brother. He talked about his brother. Beautiful. Cried, talked about it. And I was able to do jokes from that. Meaning, yung brother niya kasi, kuya, passed away na. Tapos nagbato-bato pick kami, which is one of the games I love doing. Yung dumating, yung daughter ng kuya niya. So, syempre, yung niece niya, basically, he passed away na this is his daughter. Umabot sa grand final. So eventually, kalaban niya si the different person.
Ano yung pasa ng pera ba yun? Is that
yes, bato-bato pick where it's money and then you win the biggest cash prize. Fun game, great game, simple and so fun. So sabi ko, nako, if natatalo yung girl, nako, sige, sinasabi ko sa'yo, that's gonna come for you. That's gonna come for you if you don't let her win. I'm telling you, that's gonna come. Like, and everyone starts laughing because syempre, you just heard the story
yung
about
moment,
Kuya passing away and the daughter's laughing. And then eventually the daughter won. I'm like, oh, daddy helped with this one. Your dad helped with this one. Everyone laughed and there was some emotions and everything. Then one of my proudest jokes.
Ano?
From that.
Ano?
I thought about this joke habang nanonood ng SDE.
Guys, SDE, same day
edit. Same day edit. So, it was the end na of that. Nangyari na yon. And then, everyone's watching and I thought about this joke. I'm like, am I gonna do it? I'm gonna do it. So, I decided to do it. So, after the SDE, they say their thank you speech. And I remember both of them, as a Kim and Carla, Tristan and Carla. I said, they did their thing. Thank you so much for sharing all your beautiful things. It was a beautiful evening. And like your brother said, I hope that, you were able to express. But by the way, while we were watching this SDE, I felt a tap in the back of my head. And they were like looking at me like this. I felt a tap. And tinignan ko, wala naman tao. And then I was just like, what could this mean? Why was this that? And I was like, and I realized I forgot to give the cash prize to the daughter. I was like, pasensya na kuya.
Tawa na naman.
Oh, they laughed. And then I told the groom, I hope that this is a reminder that love, grief, and laughter blend beautifully together.
Wow.
I told him that. I hope that you remember that love, grief, and laughter blend beautifully together.
Guys, ito lang that's yung ginawa ni Eri. It's really a mark of craftsmanship. Ang ibig sabihin niyan, guys, ang hirap itahi. Ang hirap itahiyan. No, it takes a lot of wisdom also and timing and guts.
And humanity.
Yeah. Diba? Puso,
Heart.
Okay, fast talk tayo, ladies and gentlemen, para maiba naman ang mood. For Eri, hosting or acting?
Hosting.
No, talaga?
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay, best advice you've ever received in your entire life?
Love yourself.
Wow. Okay, hosting gig, again, nasabi mo na you'll never forget. Okay, funniest moment na lang, funniest moment.
In hosting?
Oh.
I did a joke na parang bato-bato pick. It was this lady who this was Miss Primatan. She was
Chinese to.
Yes, they bring Arms Corps. They're the distributors of arms in the Philippines. So I interview kasi before the grand final. I'm like, Madam, what do you do for a living? I'm like, we are in the gun industry.
Okay.
At narinig ko, can industry.
Can. Oh, lata.
Like, can industry. Like, can. How does it feel that if you win this, pag nanalo sa bato-bato, you can make so many more cans. double what you're already making.
Tawa na ng mga
Gan,
tao.
tawa sila. And then the beer like, gan. Yung mga, yung bride and groom, and like, gan. Grand final to. And then the guy's like, Eri. Sabi niya, gan. I'm like, gan. If you see it in the video,
Sige,
it's a
panoorin
lot
natin.
funnier than how I'm telling it.
Gun industry. I am so sorry. The winner of the Paano Royal Championship. Sila buwan. Gun pa na ba? Section na buwan. Maupo na. May pamilya po ako. Please po. Alam mo, gun. May anak po ako. Ito po. Ito yung street saver. Bata ko po siya. 3 years old. Okay? Maawa na po kayo, please. Okay?
But that was basically the gist. I'll send it to you.
Next, celebrity wedding that you hosted.
I did Kong and V.
Ay, si Kong and V.
Yeah, I did Kong and V's wedding. Oh.
Wow, ano yung unforgettable dun? Ano yung unforgettable?
I love Kong's message back to his parents.
Okay, so next, worst fear as a host.
Do not deliver.
Okay, given. Secret talent people do not know about Eri.
Hala. Mahilig ko magluto.
Talaga?
Yeah, I can cook.
Dapat invite mo ako sa bahay.
Nako.
Okay, one word to describe your journey right now from, being bullied right now to where you are. One word.
Heal.
Great.
Heal.
One thing you'll never do again in your entire life.
Hurt the people that matter to me the most.
Grabe, ang galing. Alam mo, Eri, you know what? Hearing your story right now and getting to know you personally more than watching you at social media and probably seeing you at hosting event, I would say that you're a complete person right now because you've healed.
Not there entirely yet, but I really appreciate that. Thank you. I still have a long way to go, I think.
The goal in life is all about progression. It's
Yes.
never about perfection.
But I am a lot more than I was, for sure.
Yeah. And I know that you're going towards that right direction. Just keep on pushing, keep on believing. And I know in time, God will heal you complete. So, right now, Eri, for people who wants to invite you, where do they get in touch with you?
You can get in touch in any of my social media. So go to host@erineeman.com. If you want to see my work, you can go to erineeman.com.
Please follow Eri. He's really so funny, entertaining, but with a heart. Yan ang importante. Kaya nga, again, Eri, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you
It's
very
my
much.
pleasure to know
Thank you,
you.
Chinkee. I appreciate it.
Grabe. And then please do also follow his podcast, okay? Follow his podcast. May podcast ka na,
Yeah,
no?
Real Talk with Eri.
Oo.
Pero not as consistent as, of course, someone like you or anyone. But I do sometimes share my thoughts on certain things about, talking about real things. So it's Real Talk with Eri on Spotify.
Yeah, please do follow him also.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, guys, so thank you very much for tuning in. This is really a heartfelt experience for me. Rarely that I would see someone who's really so vulnerable and open to speak something and who's really genuinely yung talagang concerned, not only concerned, but interested to learn more. He's a really good learner. Kaya nga para sa mga taong katulad niya na talaga nangangarap, na parati kayong nadadown, na maniwala kayo. Darating ang panahon, uunlad, aasenso kayo. Parati kong sinasabi, tamang karunungan, tamang diskarte, ang susi sa pagyaman.
Yeah, bati naman kami. But, dumating yung time na tinabla ako ng buong pamilya ko nung namatay mami ko noong 2017. Kasi, syempre, you have to understand na ako yung golden child ni mami, golden boy. So, kunwari, yung kotse ko, naipit sa gitna ng EDSA sa island. Tatawagan ko mami ko. Mami ko, tatawagan yung kuya ko na nakatira sa South. Gagawa ng paraan para maging janitor ni Baron. Tapos, dadaanan siya ng bus. Bobo! Tatawagin talaga, tanga! So, lahat ng mga mess ko dati,
Sila
yung sumasalo. And siguro napagod sila na parang, grabe na to, since wala na si mami, bahala ka na munang sa buhay mo. Nung nakulong ako, ang dali naman akong i-bail out eh. Pero inantay nilang 2 buwan. Marami. I assaulted a police officer, alarm and scandal, smoking in a lavatory. I even had to sell my Camry, Toyota Camry na 2004. Na niregalo ko sa mami ko. para lang mabayaran ko, malusutan ko lahat ng to.
Usapang pera at kwento ng buhay. Pera at buhay. With Chinkee Tan. Real stories, real life.